Okay. So this dog is a reference variable. Okay.
Hmm.
So that is objects related. Okay. Objects you can use to call the other class members, right? Members, anything.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Any questions?
No, Ramesh, I'm good with this. Let's go ahead.
Now here we are creating an object of a dog class, and then we're calling it through like protected method, right? And we are calling access protected method with the help of dog.display.
You're right, Venkatesh.
Okay.
So I'll come to these objects, why when you will create objects, when you can access directly with the class. As of now, just understand these access modifiers, okay? But just, so this objects is only for non-static methods and non-static variables. You have to create object for the class. Then with this object reference, you can access the methods of parent and child class both. Okay? So now parent only we have a method. That's why I'm dog reference variable dot the method name. So that's why dot variable I was talking in the first class. So it's very, very important. Every point is very important there. If you know what is meant by dot, why you will use dot, I mentioned today beginning class also. Dot is used to access the methods and fields of class. That's what this dot is doing now. See? Okay. Yeah. So any questions before jumping on to the next one? So that's a table I have given. You can go through that. So this is the entire I have given explanation. Next. A main method. See, this part is done, right? This entire part is done. So this part, all the access modifiers I explained. With the public, I explained all the modifiers. So not only public, default, private, protected, we covered. Now, this part, what is this? So this is the main method in Java. It's a beginning of your program execution starts from here only. If this line is not there, your code won't execute. If you want to execute the code, you need the main method. In C, I think, so I don't know how many of you read the main method. In the C, we have a begin, right? Something like that. Or main. So that tells it's a starting part of your program. The cursor will be first here only. Above this line, how many lines of code you written? It's not going to start from here. From here, it starts from this line onwards only. Whatever you write inside this main method, that only executes. Other than that, it won't execute. So you have written so much code here, another method. You are not calling under main method. Then your code won't execute. Anything that is specified under main method, then only code will execute. So outside, if you write outside this method, anything, it won't execute. So that's the main method. Means it's a method which is given by Java to execute your programs. The syntax is public, always public only. Public, static, void, main, string, args. So these arguments, there are different type of arguments are there, not only this part. So you have a string square bracket arg one way. and another one string args square bracket. This is the second way. Say your code is executed. Even with this also it executed. There is another way. Three types are valid. Valid main method syntaxes. String dot c. This is also third way of main method arguments. So string square bracket arguments is one. String args square bracket is a second type of argument. Third one is string dot three dots c. If you give, that's another third permissible arguments for the main method. See, all three formats it will execute your code perfectly. So that's the three types of main method arguments and the purpose of main method. Why they made main method as a static? So let's understand first static, then we'll come back to this question. Okay. Any questions before going to that? See, static. So you know already public. Now I am coming to static. Static is a non-access modifier keyword. So what is that? It's a non-access modifier keyword. It's a modifier keyword, but non-access modifier keyword. So where you can use this static keyword? So static keyword can be used with methods, variables, blocks, as well as a nested classes. What is meant by nested classes or inner classes? Class inside another class you can write. That is called inner classes or nested classes. That inner class you can declare as a static, but not one class. Direct main class is there. Main class you cannot declare as a static, but inner class you can declare as a static. So that's the static keyword. Okay. What will happen? Okay, I know. So where to declare, which one to declare static? You can declare a static methods, static variables, static blocks, and nested classes. You can create a static block, static variables, static methods, nested classes, static nested classes. Then what is the advantage? So why you need to use a static keyword? So where to use this keyword, you know that. You can use for methods, variables, blocks. If you want to declare them as a static, you can use a static keyword. Then why you want to declare them as a static? To make a memory efficient, and also when you can make the static, that's another question. If any property is common to all the objects, one property is common to all the objects, then you can make that property as a static so that it won't occupy more memory. So basically, if you declare as a static your variable, method, or block, what will happen is memory allocates only once for that, and you can reuse that n number of times. That means every time you call that, memory won't be allocated. One time only allocates the memory for the static things. And you can use n number of times, same thing. Same memory will be reused for all the reoccurrences. That is the purpose of static, so that it will save memory, right? So n number of times it won't create. If you're calling one variable multiple times or method multiple times, it won't create another memory again. That means it saves the memory. One time allocate the memory for that, and that will be reused. That is called this static one.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm back. Okay. So that's the main purpose of static keyword. So static keyword, you can say it's a shareable, okay? So you can share the members across all the instance of a same class. So, and also it allocate the memory only once. So that's the main purpose of a static keyword. So static, again, repeating, this is a very important interview question. So what is mean by static keyword? A static is a non-access modifier keyword. So it can be declared static, your variables, methods, blocks. Static block will be there. There is a static block and inner classes. And when you can declare them as a static, if something is common, then only declare that property as a static. If it is not common, it is unique, don't declare it as a static. So for example, let me give you a simple example. In the company, there are many employees. Employees are same or employees unique?
Unique.
Unique, right? Every employee is different. Then which is common? A company is common, right? For all the employees.
Company is common.
So now company you have to declare as a static. You should not declare as a non-static. So that is the common things you declare as a static variables or static methods. Something is common. So it is common for many things. Declare that as a static. And another thing, one more example, let me give you. College name of a student. Here a student is unique or common? What is common here? College or student?
College is common.
College is common. So college you have to declare as a static variable. Wherever you are using a college name as a variable, you have to declare as a static. You should not declare as a non-static. That's the static means.
Perfect.
See, static variable can be used to refer the common property of all objects. That's the main purpose of a static. Okay. So there are a lot of examples are there. Please go through them. We don't want that much. See, so this is so basically this memory I will explain again. See, the college is common for this object and this object. So here object is different object. This object is different, this object is different. But college is common for both the objects. So that's the static variables and this heap memory. This is the heap memory and this is the stack memory. I don't know how many of you remember this. So the JVM architecture. And I already, so I will ask again JVM architecture tomorrow. You have to read and come back JVM architecture again. The components of the JVM, and you need to discuss all this JVM architecture. Then what is a class? What is a package? What is system.out.println? And modifiers and this static keyword. Okay, I'm going to ask all these points. So let's go and discuss about now methods. So there are a different type of methods we have. So methods mainly used for creating the behavior of any object. You want to do some action. So you will write that logic inside the method body. So methods are two types, static methods and non-static methods. Okay, what is static method syntax? So static method syntax without parameters is access modifier, static, void, method name. So I already told this is called, what do you call this? The round brackets. What is the name for that?
Method.
Hmm?
Like method. If you give the
No,
parenthesis,
it's not.
that will be considered as method.
Parenthesis. It's
Parenthesis.
a parenthesis. If anybody doesn't know, please make a note that. That is, round bracket is called parenthesis. And this is called curly brackets, flower brackets. Curly braces or flower braces, we call this. So that represent the block. The curly braces will represent the block. But these round brackets are called parentheses. That you will use only after the method name or constructor after. And some other places I will tell you that where you can use these round brackets, parentheses. So what is the syntax? This syntax also you need to explain to me tomorrow. Static method syntax without parameters. Without parameters, this parenthesis inside, nothing is written. That is called without parameters. Access modifier, static, void, method name, parenthesis. So that is, so curly bracket and curly bracket end. That's a method body. Method body, inside you will write the logic. The logic means what this method has to do. The entire calculation part, everything you will write in the method body only. That's the end of that method. If you want to create another method, again you have to follow the same syntax. Don't write a method in the method body inside. No. Every method ends here. You want to start, next line you start from beginning again. Access modifier. What are the access modifiers?
Public, private, protected, and default.
Public.
Yeah. Public, private,
Default.
protected, default.
Default. Yeah.
So in this place, you can use any one of them. You should know, as a developer, you should know, okay, where you want to use this method. Based on that, you give access modifier. You know already each keyword purpose. So that based on that, you have to use that keyword. Then static, as I mentioned, it's just a, so represent any common, this method is a common for all, and you declare as a static. So the method name you have to give. To what method name? What is the, so this, whatever the logic you are writing here, that logic summarized word you can put it here. So that's the static method syntax without parameters. Here is the example. See, access modifier. I declared a public class static demo, the class name, And see, one by one method I am creating. Private, static, void, method 1, parenthesis, and curly bracket method body, curly bracket ends. See, another method I am starting. So in this line, what is the access modifier I used? What is the access modifier we used here?
Default.
Default.
The default. See here, see the syntax. So that's why syntax, if you remember, it's very easy to compare. See here in this line, first word belongs to access modifier. Second word static. Third word void. Fourth method name. Then parenthesis. Then curly bracket, the method body. If you follow this word by word, then you won't make mistakes while creating the methods. That means this syntax is very, 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 very crucial. If you want to know how to create the methods, if you know this syntax, you won't make mistake, because I already explained access modifiers. I told static, I told void also. I'll explain what is mean by void. Then method name, then parenthesis. Parenthesis after I told you the method no parenthesis after it must start with a curly braces. Then write the method body, then end that method body. That means that method is over if you put end curly bracket. Same. Now you compare here with this syntax. So access modifier place, what is there? What is there in the access modifier place in this line?
Default.
Default.
Default is there. Nothing, right? No modifier keyword. Then static keyword, it is there. Void. What is the method name?
M2.
M2. Parenthesis. Curly bracket method body. See how easy to compare. Now in this line, tell me each part.
Protected.
First one.
Static.
Void.
What is the first one?
Access mod.
The
Protected
first
modifier.
keyword.
Protected.
Protected.
Protected access modifier. Then static.
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 Then void.
Then void.
What is the method
Then
name?
M3.
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 Parenthesis.
Method
Curly
ending.
bracket method body.
Method.
That same, see. Now fourth method, public,
Public.
static,
Static.
void.
Void.
Method name is
M4 method.
M4.
Parenthesis.
See, every time I'm changing the method name. I'm not giving same. So I want a different method name. You should not give same method name. And method body. So this is the, see, one class inside. I created a 4 methods. A class inside, you can create n number of methods, n number of variables. It's up to you. Those are all members. This is the one member. This is the another member. This is the another member. This is another member. But I created here all static methods. Different access modifier I use. So this means M1 I cannot access outside this class. M2 I can access another class of same package. This class and another class should be in the same package. And this class I can use in the same package any class. And another package class if it is inherited. And M4 I can access anywhere. I don't need inheritance also. I can access anywhere because it has a public access mode. So that's again repeating one more time access modifiers. So static method syntax with parameters. With parameters means now this one all without parameters. Without parameters. Empty parenthesis. Parenthesis inside nothing is written. That is called without parameters. Now static method with parameters. So what is the static method syntax? Again, I told you already on the top. Access modifier, static, void, method name, parenthesis. Now the parameters. Parameter syntax is first data type, parameter name. If you want to declare one more parameter, you have to put a comma. First data type, parameter. If you want to create one more parameter, comma first, then data type, one space, parameter 3. Like that, you can write n number of parameters within the parentheses. So what is the parameter declaration? What is the parameter declaration syntax?
Data type,
Data
variable name.
Data type, parameter
variable
name. You have to say parameter name, okay?
Okay.
So data type, parameter name. So one more parameter if you want, comma, data type, parameter name. I will give you data types, don't worry. I'll give all the data types. So don't worry, I'll give tomorrow's class, maybe it will come. So data type, parameter name. That is the static method with parameters. So here is the example. See, access modifier I declared as a public. See, I'm following this syntax only. If you know the syntax, you can generate n number of methods. If you don't know the syntax, you can make mistakes. How to create method also, you will forget. So that's why syntaxes are very, very important. Like you remember our a plus b whole square formula in mathematics. A square plus b square plus 2ab. So ab values, if you get, you will just replace. That's it. Here also, you just replace in this syntax all the keywords I have given access modifier. I'm replacing with the public. I already told 4 access modifier. You use what keyword you want. Then static keyword as it is. Void you write as it is. And method name, see I'm giving M5. Then see here, parentheses. First data type. See I have given int is the data type. My parameter name is A, comma. Next parameter data type is float. Parameter name is B, comma. Third parameter data type is char. And parameter name is C. That means C you can give only character. B you can give only float type of data. A you can give integer type. So all these parameters you must use in this method body calculation. So if you declare parameters, you must use them in the method body in your calculations. Suppose I want to do a plus b plus c, you write here. So int result equal to a plus b plus c. That's it. You can do that. So this variable name only you have to use in the calculation of this method body. So that's the static methods, 2 types, without parameters, with parameters. Next, static variable syntax. Static variable syntax means access modifier, static, data type, variable name equal to variable value, semicolon. Semicolon also you need to remember. In Java, that's the problem. You have to, at the end of the statement, you have to put a semicolon. That's the end of line. So what is the static variable syntax? Access modifier, static, data type, variable name equal to variable value, semicolon. So see access modifier. What is the access modifier here in the first line?
Default.
Default.
Default. So static. Next, what is that?
Data
type.
data type,
What is here in the static keyword after here?
String.
string,
So that means string is also a data
Data.
type.
Mm.
Now variable name. So what is the variable name
Yes.
here?
yes,
And then equal to, and what is the value?
selenium,
Selenium. See, if you remember this syntax, how easy to compare and tell. So by heart these syntax. If you don't want by heart, take this syntaxes only in one paper and stick to your walls.
Mm.
And whenever you are roaming in your room, you can watch them and you can easily, your eye goes there automatically.
Mm.
So that's the way you need to do. Sorry, very difficult to remember. Do that. If it is not working, let me know. Right?
Okay.
Definitely it will work out. So you are roaming and you will keep watching that, no, always goes there, your eye. And then it is possible to remember all these syntaxes. Right. See that. Next, public, static. Data type is a string. College name. So JNU. See again, access modifier private. Static. Data type is here int. I equal to I is a variable name. Assignment operator 10. 10 is the value. I is a variable name. I data type is an integer. So int. So this I access modifier is a private.
Private.
So like that, you can easily reverse also, you can tell easily. Next, access modifier is a protected here. Static. Data type is a float. Variable name is x equal to 25.5 capital F. This is the floating value.
Right.
So this is called assignment operator. And double equal to is called comparison operator. Assignment operator, you are assigning the value to a variable. So again, I'm repeating what is mean by assignment operator. Right side value will be copied to left side variable. That's what this assignment operator will do. So what is the purpose of assignment operator? What it will do? Right side value. So
Okay.
always if you use assignment operator, right side there is a value. That value, this assignment operator will copy into this variable. That means this x contains 25.5. Now this I contains 10. This college name contains JNU. This S contains selenium. So this value is copying here. Who is doing that? This assignment operator is doing. So this assignment operator is doing that, copying right side value into left side variable. What is the assignment operator purpose? It will copy the right side value to left side variable. What is the purpose of assignment operator? Right side value will be copied into left side variable. What is the purpose of assignment operator?
Right side value copy.
Right side value will copy into left side value.
Left side variable.
Yeah. Still anybody having doubt?
No.
Okay. Now, what is mean by double equal to? You can compare numbers. If you want to compare numbers, you can use double equal to. So how can you compare numbers? Using double equal to. Number 1, double equal to number 2. See, here I'm using now a double equal to. That means I is an integer number. X is a number. Oh, I'm comparing both are same or not. I'm just checking. So 10 I value is 10 now. X value 25.5. Is it same? Is it
No,
same?
no.
So if it is not same, it will return false
False.
Boolean value. If it is the same, it returns true Boolean value. So that means this comparison operator generates a Boolean value. It will give output a Boolean value. So that's a static variable syntaxes. So, and there is a final, I will tell you that static blocks. Static blocks are initialization blocks. You can initialize your variables, your static variables, and also these static blocks will execute first in your class. Generally, main method first, right? In the class. But if there is a static block in the class, first static block will execute. First static block will execute, then it will go to main method. That's the static block purpose. Let's do this. See, I'll keep here. So I declared a variable also here. Variables you can declare. always write the syntaxes so that you can understand. See, I'm writing a access modifier, static. So data type, variable name equal to value, but even only variable also you can declare. So now these are all, see, this is following this syntax. And this is just a, so only till here. You can do like that also. Just a declaration also you can do. I just do a declaration here. So now see, this is the static block. So how can you format this? Control A, Control Shift, format. Control Shift F. Then the code will be formatted properly. See, initializing a static variable using static blocks. So these static variables you can use in the static block. You can use in the static methods. You can use in the non-static methods also. Static variables can be accessible in any method because they are common, right? That's why you can access anywhere in the class. So now j equal to I multiplied by 5. So what is I value? 10. So what is the now j value here? What is the j value?
50.
50. Plus j. So now if I create another static block, let me create another static block. Second static block. You create n number of static blocks, it doesn't matter. First, all static blocks will execute. Third static block. See now what is the value? Every time it will change, right? Let's see. Second static block, j value. Third static block, j value. First static block. Okay. See, all first static blocks will execute, then cursor will go here in the main method. So please catch this. Run. Serious. First static block, 50. Second static block also 50. Third static block also 50. Now it came to main method. See main method first line, this one. See main method started now. After all static blocks are over, then only the main method is started executing. So that means the code, how it is executed. First it went to first static block, second static block, third static block. Then cursor went to main method inside. Is this clear? That's all about static keyword. So please go and practice this area. And so why main method made it as a static is, if you don't make main method as a static, see what will happen. Every line main method will be called.